Godspeed. Please go. And we say goodbye.
What the? No!
I've got hold of it.
Right, I'm doing no more.
That's it. Stuart.
No.
Stuart, mate.
Can't, no.
Stuart, please just come back 2 seconds because I want to ask.
I'm not going near
To
that
see if he
table
got-
anymore now. How are you feeling, Richard?
Frightened to death. Frightened to death. I've never experienced anything like it in my life. I've got a cross around me. I only started wearing this after. I'm not a religious person, you know that, don't you? I just have this cross around my neck since that Craigie Noss place.
Carl?
I can't believe it.
I have to admit, Stuart, I'm almost speechless. What's just happened here is been phenomenal. I know I've said it earlier, and I don't want to just repeat myself, but I'm always very sceptical about Ouija boards and table tilting and all that. But I can honestly say that not only did, when things happened, that it felt very cold first. I know for a fact, and no disrespect to Richard, I watched Richard's fingers. They were right off the table. At one point, we had about 3 or 4 seconds of this table moving on its own.
Yeah, there was nobody there.
And it's not a light table. It's quite a heavy table, and for it to move like it just did, I mean, I kind of want to have a look and see if there's any fishing wire underneath it because it moved too well. And this is a table. I mean, if you look underneath it, I mean, one, it's good to get a shot underneath the table to show there's nothing attached to it. But there's no casters on it. This is a hard metal table, and for it to slide across this floor.
Have you noticed how much warmer it's got?
Yeah.
Our night at Bodelwynddan Castle had certainly been eventful, from the mysterious sounds heard on the very first vigil to this violent and terrifying climax.
We say goodbye.
Much of the activity seemed to manifest in the cellar. Although our locked-off camera failed to capture the shadowy shapes that both Carl and Stuart witnessed, we did later discover this unusual light anomaly in this same room. With so little known about the exact identity of the spirits said to roam here, it is difficult to say what force or motivation lay behind the chilling phenomena that we encountered throughout the night. We could only surmise that if a presence was making itself felt, it may not have welcomed our stay at this historic location.
Well, that's the end of one of the most fantastic evenings I've ever had. Carl, me, Stuart, there we were in the cellar, didn't think there was going to be a lot there. But the amazing thing is that David had already come up with this bloke dragging something in the cellar. Now, this was not recorded in any way. No one had heard anything about it. We went down into the cellar just for nothing more than an ordinary vigil. And of course, guess what we saw down there? A table. So, bit of table tilting. Well, I don't know, it was absolutely fantastic. We really did get some incredible results.
Can you actually make it move now? Keep it going. Keep the energy going, John. And
the table was, I suppose the only way I can describe it is thrown at me. It hit my foot. I squealed like a girl. Oh boy, it was excellent. For me, fantastic night. I'm still talking about it, and I'll go on talking about it for a long, long time.
In Bodelwynddan Castle, the main focus of the phenomena was actually in the basement. 2 separate groups experienced phenomena. One group actually experienced auditory phenomena, and they all independently heard what could only be described as a scratching sound or some sort of footsteps right outside the basement. A second group had a lot of very compelling and very intense experiences.
You sound really excited. We're excited at you being here.
My own theories on table tilting are to do with unconscious fraud. However, this particular footage shows the table moving a distance of about 2 feet, and certainly unconscious fraud would not explain this. Now, all of this is on film in an ideal world, we'd have a lot more cameras filming that. So I'd like to examine the tape a lot more before I then say it's a paranormal occurrence.
A beloved family home, a seat of learning and now a haven for fine art. But just how many bitter memories lie within the walls of Bodelwynddan Castle? Until next time, sleep tight.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle once predicted that in the future, all detectives will be clairvoyants. Psychic Detective, next Tuesday at 10:30, only on Living TV.
But stay tuned to Living TV because coming next, it's Most Haunted Extra.